Okay, I'm back. Thanks to YouTube's 10-minute time limit, I had to split this up into two parts. So the next one to talk about, for a Michael Bay movie, this was surprisingly, no one talks about this. I mean, just no one discusses it, nothing. This movie like disappeared. It's The Island, and this was actually really good. I did like this movie, and see what it's about. It's like all these people live in like this underground bunker, and like, cause like there's been some big disaster. They don't really say what the disaster is. Like apparently you can't. No one could go outside. If you go outside in this movie, like, you get sick and die. So they're keeping everyone in like these underground bunkers and everything. But so like the whole world's contaminated except for this one island. And every day at this facility, they have this lottery, and you choose one person in the facility to go live on the island. Then you find out it's all a load of BS, and that there is no island, and whoever wins, they kill them and rip them open and take out the guts and sell them to people. Yeah, and basically and Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson, they escape from the facility. They get out in like the real world. And they're trying to expose the facility for what they do. This was really good. I will admit, it had some really great action scenes. Again, 'cause it's a Michael Bay movie, but it's weird. No one talks about this. Like it was just like a big bomb at the box office. It was weird. But this was a really good, great movie. But thing is, it's really disturbing. Once you find out what the facility's doing, they're cutting everyone open. It gets really really gross and just really pretty twisted, pretty screwed up stuff. It's a good movie. It's just you have to have a pretty strong stomach to watch it. Next one I'm going to talk about is Holes, and this is based on a book. What a lot of people don't know about this is that this was Shia LaBeouf's first movie. That's Shia LaBeouf right there. And I think if a lot more people knew this was his first movie, then this movie's popularity would just skyrocket. Because basically what happens in the movie is that Shia LaBeouf's character has had bad luck all his life. Like 4 generations of family, he's just had totally bad luck. And one day he gets framed for stealing these shoes from this famous baseball player. So he gets sentenced to this juvenile detention camp, like in the middle of this desert. There's nothing but desert for miles in every direction. And at the camp, what they make all the kids do is that every single day, they make all the kids go out in the hot sun. They have to dig a hole. That's all they do. Every single day, they go out and dig a hole. And all this time, nobody knows why they're digging the holes. And camp counselors keep telling them, "You're digging holes because it builds character. Digging holes builds character." And Shia LaBeouf's like, "Nah, that can't be it. There's some other reason we're digging these holes." He's trying to figure it out. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, I mean, I know how it sounds like a movie about kids digging holes, but it's actually really interesting. It's just kind of hard to explain. And it's a really good movie. And for Shia LaBeouf's first movie, he did do a really great job. And this next one, I can't recommend this next one enough. This is just an incredible movie. It's like one of the best movies ever of all time I've ever seen. I know that sounds like exaggeration, but this really was an amazing movie. You just have to see this. It's Lost in Space. This is just an incredible movie. It's just like one of the best made movies ever. See what happens? It's like in the future, like Earth's just in a terrible shape. Like we've used up like all our fossil fuels, and like the planet's dying. And basically, we've got 20 years left until like the Earth dies, and like basically we all die with it. So we need to find a new planet to live on. And so we find there's another planet out there, which is the only other habitable planet in the universe. And so they send this family in this spaceship to go to the planet and start this colony there. But Gary Oldman's character, he's been paid off by these terrorists to sneak on board the ship and screw around with it so that the ship won't make it to the planet. And like while he's on the ship, he gets like knocked out, and when he wakes up, the ship's already in space, and the ship, like what he did to the ship caused it to like go out of orbit. It's about to crash into the sun. So they have to use their hyperdrive to get out. There's a problem because in this movie, when you use the hyperdrive, you just have no clue where you're gonna end up. It just throws you anywhere in the universe. In these other movies like Star Wars and stuff, use the hyperdrive, just go from A to B, and that's it. Not in this movie. But they don't have a choice. So they use the hyperdrive, and they're pretty much lost in space. And that's really all I can say without spoiling the whole movie. But it gets kind of weird that they have like these giant spiders and just think about a time machine. But this really is just an incredible movie. You just have to see this. It is really one of the best movies of all time. The next one we're going to talk about is Treasure Planet, which is another Disney cartoon. It's basically Treasure Island, but in space. I know that sounds weird, but I know a lot of people are going to stay away from this, knowing it's Treasure Island in space. But this was really good. This was definitely a really good movie. But I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't read Treasure Island. I think a lot of people that have read Treasure Island are probably going to look at this and go, ugh. But I did like this. This was really good. And I thought the way it was animated was really clever, because like most characters, like in 2D cartoon animation, like all the spaceships have used this really big 3D stuff, all these really big effects. It was really good. This is definitely worth checking out. This one, I know the nostalgia critic said that really hated this movie, and a lot of people think it's really bad, but I don't care. I always loved Space Jam. It's basically Michael Jordan gets kidnapped by the Looney Tunes to help them win this basketball game against these aliens. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I really did like this movie. I did like this. This was really funny. It had a lot of good jokes. They made a sequel to this called Looney Tunes Back in Action, which no one really talked about, but I did like this. And Looney Tunes Back in Action was really good. A lot of people don't even know it's a sequel. It's called Back in Action. It's a sequel to this. A lot of people don't know that. But I did like Space Jam and Looney Tunes Back in Action. They're both really good. They're really funny. They're worth seeing. The last one I'm going to talk about is a horror movie that I really enjoyed. It's Cursed. It's like a werewolf movie, and it stars Christina Ricci and that kid from Adventureland, Jesse Eisenberg. I think that's how I say his name. And it also stars Joshua Jackson, who nowadays is on that new J.J. Abrams show, Fringe. And I don't know what everyone else thinks about that show, but I really like that show. I think it's really good. I think that show's got a lot of potential. Basically, this movie, Christina Ricci and her brother, who's the kid from Adventureland, they're driving along the road one night, and this werewolf hits their car. Like, by the way, hit this other girl's car, and it rolls down a cliff. And so when they're trying to save her, the werewolf attacks them, it kills the girl, and it scratches them, and then, of course, they start turning into werewolves. And basically, you know how it goes from there. But this was really good. But when I'm talking about, you can only see the unrated version. I'm only talking about the unrated version, because it says this movie was supposed to be rated R. It's supposed to be like this real, like, bloody, horror movie. But, of course, when it came out, they cut it down to PG-13, for the tweens. So, this unrated version, this is what was supposed to go to theaters. This is the actual, like, original cut of the movie. The only really big difference is that the deaths are longer and, like, more extended. Like, in the movie, like, werewolf, like, drags someone away, and that's it. In the movie, they drag someone away, they throw, like, chunks and bloody body parts all over the place. It's not the scariest thing in the world, but it is pretty gory. But I did like this. I did think this was really good. But again, only the unrated version. PG-13 version is not the way to watch this. So there you go. There's some great movies never seen. Some movies I really liked. Hope you guys got some really good ideas on what to rent next. Maybe add some of these to your Netflix list. Go check all these out. Go check all of them out because they're all really great. And I'll be doing some more videos, like some more favorite movies I think you guys should see. But for now, Frenzy227 is officially